Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the 300 Weatherby Magnum and why it's still extremely relevant in the year 2021. So let's go ahead and look at the 300 Weatherby Mag. Before I give you reasons why this cartridge is still extremely relevant, I just wanted to give you a brief little history about the 300 Weatherby Magnum. So this is the 300 Weatherby Mag right here, and then I've got my nozzle reloading book. And this cartridge was introduced in 1944. It's one of Roy Weatherby's original cartridges. It's based off of 300 Holland & Holland, and it is a beast of a cartridge. So here are the dimensions for it. The case length without the bullet in it is 2.825 inches, which is, a Magnum length action. Yeah, it's a big cartridge, and it has quite the reputation. Let's go ahead and talk about the rifles you can get that are chambered in 300 Weatherby Mag. And in 2021, you can either get a Mark V or a Vanguard. Both extremely good rifles. So let's talk about the Mark V. If you guys are a fan of wood stocks, a traditional looking rifle, you're not going to find a prettier rifle than the Mark V Deluxe. It's just an amazingly good looking gun. Some of the great things about a Mark V is you're going to get a really nice trigger. The bolt, that bolt, it has the shortest throw in the market. I believe it's 54 degrees. So you're never going to have to worry about hitting your scope when you're ejecting a round or putting one in. And of course, Weatherby guarantees that all of their rifles will shoot sub-MOA. So that's also quite nice. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the uniqueness of a Weatherby cartridge, specifically the 300 Weatherby Mag. As you know, this is the 300 Weatherby in front of me. And so what makes this so unique? Well, probably the biggest one is that it has that double radius shoulder. I don't think any other cartridge does, only Weatherby cartridges. And, when you go hunting with your buddies, what are you mostly going to see in the camp? You're going to see 270 Winchester, 6.5 Creedmoor. You're going to see, of course, the 30-06. And for bigger cartridges, you're going to see a 300 Win Mag. And those are probably some of the most common cartridges you'll see. But how many people out there have a Weatherby cartridge? Obviously there's a big fan base of it, but not that many. And so when you go into camp, people are going to see this thing and be like, what is that? The thing looks huge. Just in my personal experience, whenever I go to the range and I pull out my 300 Weatherby Mag, I always have at least one or two people come up to me and say, what are you shooting? So it's kind of fun. You get to talk about your cartridge, and it's a powerhouse. Now, I'm going to go into that more, but for example, this thing will shoot about 500 feet per second faster than the good old 30-06. So yeah, it's unique and a powerhouse. The next point I wanted to bring up is the versatility of the 300 Weatherby Magnum. Now it is in 30 caliber, which, the vast majority of 30 calibers have always been known to be extremely versatile, which they are. So it's not so much a unique thing for the 300 Weatherby, but with so much power from that 300 Weatherby, you can have a really versatile cartridge. Recently, I loaded up some 130 grain TTSX bullets in my 300 Weatherby, and I'm getting sub-MOA with this, and it is going 3,700 feet per second. Actually, 3,766, which is just extremely fast. And then my hunting round that I think I'll be using is I have a 200 grain AccuBond that shoots almost 3,100 feet per second. So yeah, it's so versatile. You can shoot tiny bullets or you can shoot big bullets, basically from 110 all the way up to basically like 220 grains without having to get a faster twist rate in the barrel. But yeah, the Weatherby, that 300 is very versatile. Now I want to talk about factory ammo. Now I know most hunters are not going to reload and they need good factory ammo. And the 300 Weatherby has great ammo. Weatherby factory ammo is fast and accurate. The most popular bullet weight for the 300 Weatherby is the 180 grain. And let me just show you how fast this is going in Weatherby ammo. It is going usually around 3,250 feet per second, which gives you energy around 4,200 foot-pounds. Now let me explain why this high velocity is just awesome when you compare it to the other Magnums that are around the 300 Weatherby. For example, the most popular Magnum, the 300 Winchester Magnum, it's no slouch, but in factory ammo, for the most part, it's quite a bit slower than the 300 Weatherby. So most 180 grain bullets you're going to find in 300 Win Mag are only going 2,960 feet per second. So 300 Weatherby has that beat by almost 300 feet per second. And then the cartridge is a little bit bigger and faster than the Weatherby, the 300 Remington Ultra Mag, its factory ammo is really dialed back. Most 180 grain bullets you're going to see in 300 Remington Ultra Mag are going 3,200 feet per second. Some are 3,250. But, the rum is supposed to be 100 feet per second faster than the Weatherby. So you're really getting all of that velocity out of the Weatherby factory ammo. The last point I wanted to make is there are budget-friendly options for the 300 Weatherby. Just because it has the Weatherby name on it doesn't mean it's going to be thousands and thousands of dollars. For example, this rifle here is a Vanguard synthetic. And when I bought it back in March 2020, I got it for under $500. And honestly, it's probably one of the better rifles you can get for around $500. It's a really nice rifle. Another point is I'm very aware that the Weatherby ammo is ridiculously expensive. So you're going to be paying anywhere from $80 to $100 for 20 rounds, which is just crazy. But there are actually other options for the 300 Weatherby. Norma, who actually used to make Weatherby's ammo, now makes their own version of the 300 Weatherby ammo, and it's just as fast, and it's quality ammo, and it's only $55 for a 180 grain bullet. So there are other options to get ammo. And if you're a reloader, then it's a no-brainer just to reload, because you're going to get much better accuracy. You're still going to get that velocity. Reloading's great all around. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really like my 300 Weatherby, and I think more people should consider it. It's a great round. Yes, it recoils quite a bit, but it's still wonderful. Thanks guys for watching.